Polype works here. So in chapter 1098, we are made privy to the unfortunate circumstances surrounding Bonney's birth. As you know, Guinea, Bonney's mother and former Eastern Division captain of the Revolutionary Army. It's kind of weird that a Revolutionary Army captain got captured, but I digress. Anyway, so she was captured and made into a slave wife by the Celestial Dragons. After 2 years, she escaped, though in escaping, she contracted the Sapphire disease and gave birth to Bonney. So, the theories have been running rapid as to who Bonney's father is. The popular theory is that Bonney's father could potentially be Figarland Garland. And there is some leg to that, because when the members of the worst generation are gender swapped, the male Bonney looks like Shanks. And of course, there have been a lot of theories saying that Shanks has to bear some sort of lineage to Figarland Garland, because the young Figarland Garland looks exactly like Shanks. It doesn't help either that Shanks has a scar over his eye and Bonney bears the anti-eyebrow. So much like Luffy, she has some sort of eye alteration. So that's kind of weird. The theory I'm going with, I don't know if this is a popular theory, but this is one I've been gravitating towards. I think she is the half-sister to Saint Charlos. This is even weirder, as Bonney's supposed canonical age in the pre-time skip is 22, like Charlos. And after the 2-year time skip, both of them are the same age at 24. Saint Charlos and his sister, Saint Charlos. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But yes, they were revealed along with their father, Roseward, in Shabani Archipelago. Why is this important? Well, Shabani Archipelago is actually a very, very important arc, because not only are we introduced to the concept of celestial dragons thanks to Bonney, we are also introduced to the concept of super rookies, which Bonney is a part of, and we are also introduced to the concept of pacifistas. So, a lot of themes that are being present now in Egghead, especially around Bonney, sort of originated in the arc in which Bonney appears in. So that's very interesting. Another very interesting and kind of alarming thing is that what happens surrounding this family later on in the manga. You see, during the Levelly, Charlos has a particular taste in women. That taste in women gravitates towards pink-haired girls because he desperately wanted Shirahoshi to be his bride. As you know, Shirahoshi is a pink-haired girl. So, if father is like son, most likely a young Roseward would have gotten smitten with the idea of having Guinea as his slave wife, because most likely Guinea, like her daughter Bonney, is a pink-haired girl. Another interesting lore aspect surrounding that family is that Kuma was rented out as a slave by Roseward, and Roseward is using Kuma as a mount during the Levelly arc. We actually see Kuma in bondage, and it's the main mission of the Revolutionary Army to sneak into Mary Joyce and to rescue Kuma, who is being used as a mount by Roseward. So, if you ask me, there's been a high amount of significance around this particular family as opposed to Figarland Garland and Shanks when it comes to Bonney. I will still say the theory that Bonney looks like Shanks when she is gender swapped is a very good theory, but I think the narrative weight does fall on her being a relative of Charlos's family because she saved Zoro from Charlos, and I use the word saved loosely, but in saving Zoro from Charlos, that is our sort of introduction to what a celestial dragon is, and then that compounds onto itself further as Shalria is the only female celestial dragon with a canonical name so far. And other than the Don Quixote family, the family that Charlos belongs to is the most developed, because we have him, his younger sister, and his father, whom of all are named. What's also very interesting is that unlike Don Quixote and Miosgard, who was blamed for the disrespect that Charlos faced by the hands of Leo and Sai, unlike him, Charlos, Roseward, and Shalria don't have a family name. So that's probably being kept hidden, because that's going to be a plot point later on, most likely. So we'll have to wait and see on that. So that's just something to think about. So if you ask me, I think Jury Bonney is a relative of Charlos's family. And with that being said, give me your thoughts.